So when we talk about the 6 kinds of dukkha that apply to all the realms in cyclic existence, first one was that things are always uncertain, and the second is that things are unsatisfactory. So the Rolling Stones had it right. But if we look at our mind is never satisfied, is it? Yeah? Whether we're looking at somebody or something in the external world, we always want it to be better, we want it to be different. If we have this one, we want that one. As soon as we get that one, we want something else. Whatever we get goes out of style, it gets upgraded, so it's unsatisfactory. You know, so the mind's always dissatisfied, looking for more and better. And also, even when we refer to ourself, we aren't very satisfied with ourselves, are we? We're extremely self-critical, and, you know, always, oh, I should do this, I should be this, you know, I should. And of course, what other people think of us, they're always dissatisfied with us also. And, you know, then we get all tangled up trying to become what we think they want us to be, and we get tangled up trying to be what we think we should be. And, you know, we've never really stopped and looked at the situation at all. We just keep spinning around in circles like that. So, when we realize the unsatisfactory nature of cyclic existence, not only how we're dissatisfied in our lives, but wherever we're born in cyclic existence, it's also unsatisfactory. You know, when you have one kind of rebirth, you want another kind. When you have that kind, you want another kind. When you're a human being, you want a deva rebirth, a celestial rebirth. When you're in that, then, you know, that looks good. You look happy talking about that. Oh, yeah, either, you know, oh, I want to be a sense pleasure realm god and have all these deluxe sense pleasures, you know, that sounds really good. But then you get that, and that's great for a while, and when you die, then you lose that, so it's unsatisfactory. You want a state of single-pointed concentration, so you get that. You're born in the form realm, the formless realm. That's nice for a while, but when the karma gets finished with that, then you fall down again, you know, to the lower realms, and you're again unhappy and dissatisfied. And so there's this constant dissatisfaction going on and on. Okay, so when we meditate on this, you know, if you come to the conclusion of, well, I'm always dissatisfied, so screw the world, that's not the right conclusion, okay? That's the wrong conclusion to come to. But many people come to that, don't they? You know, they look around and it's like, I've done this, I've done that, there's nothing worth doing, so I'll just, you know, sit and get drunk all day because everything else is unsatisfactory. Of course, your booze is also unsatisfactory, you know, and it's just more expensive than everything else you do. But, you know, when you look at it, so, you know, just saying, well, then nothing's worthwhile is not the right conclusion to come to. When we see that things are unsatisfactory, then we see it's because of the nature of cyclic existence, and especially because we're under the influence of attachment, and that as long as we have attachment, everything is going to be unsatisfactory, isn't it? No matter where we go, no matter what we do, no matter who we're with, no matter how many arguments we win, no matter how many people like us, no matter what pleasure we have and what adventures we have, none of it's going to cut it at the end. Okay? So if we realize this early on, then we see that this is an attribute of cyclic existence, then we generate the wish to be free of cyclic existence. That's the right conclusion. Okay? Then, how do we handle the dissatisfaction between now and when we attain liberation from cyclic existence? We reduce our attachment. Okay? Because the less attachment we have, the less dissatisfied we're going to be. Okay? Okay, and we bring the dissatisfaction right into the monastery, you know. Okay, I always tell people, you know, there's going to be various things you don't like about the abbey or any community you go to, religious community. You're not going to like the way the kitchen's run. You're not going to like the schedule. And you're not going to like the way the prayers are chanted or how the meditation is structured. Right? Yeah? Nobody's happy with them. You bring your dissatisfaction in, you're unhappy with those. Yeah? And then you look around and you say, oh, you know, the grass is greener on the other side of the meditation hall. Yeah? or as another way to say it is, oh, they sing the chants nicer at this other monastery. You know, so then you want to go to another monastery, you want to go to another place, because, you know, just the same thing, looking for another something that's going to, you know, make you more satisfied. But the point is, you know, that this is the nature of cyclic existence, meaning that it's the nature of our mind that's under the influence of clinging, attachment, and craving and ignorance. Okay? So we have to aspire to be free, and before we do that, reduce that kind of craving for, you know, something new, something different, something more adventurous, something, yeah. Now, reducing the craving and clinging does not, and reducing the dissatisfied mind does not mean that if something is not working, you whitewash it and say, I'm going to be satisfied with this. Okay? It doesn't mean that in society, if there is injustice, or even in the monastic community, if there's something that is not being done correctly, it doesn't mean, you know, if there's human rights violations or something, it doesn't mean you just say, well, that's just my dissatisfied mind, and, you know, if I were more satisfied, these things wouldn't matter, and so just drop it. You know, that's not right. Okay, so, and I say this because we tend to go to a lot of extremes in our practice, and either very restless and dissatisfied, or we just say, well, you know, blah, you know, and that's not a correct attitude. Also, you know, if something is wrong, if something is not being done correctly, or somebody's being injured, then we speak up. Okay?